It's a lot of niggas I could put on blast. People be trying to shit on me like, oh, people don't want Azealia, da 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 da. Like, I have actually a lot of very powerful men, and you gag if I spill all the tea and ruin all the marriages. Cause it's a lot of tea that I be wanting to spill on y'all black niggas, especially like when y'all be seeing me getting attacked in the media, and y'all don't come to my rescue and like that. Like Dave Chappelle, I should ruin your marriage. I should ruin your marriage. I should tell the world that you got some good. I should tell the whole world that. Cause y'all niggas don't look out for me. So what the keeping secrets for y'all niggas for? What the keeping secrets for y'all niggas for? No, they should fuck me again. That was some good black. That was some good, strong man thing. And that nigga's a legend. That was like, yes, nigga, give me that legend energy. I will snatch that right up. But I'm not gonna spill all my tea. I'm just here to let you know, as Azealia thinks, that a lot of you rap niggas are corny ass. Cause y'all don't know about the world. Y'all be buying them fake sex and buying them fake jewels. Y'all be getting over by all these Arab niggas that think you're kafir or whatever the they call us. You know what I'm saying? Niggas selling you H-colored diamonds, like flawed diamonds backed by a platinum piece, and y'all niggas feel like y'all made it, but then y'all got the audacity to sit up there and tell me I'm not valid in hip-hop and all that other nigga. Y'all these little Instagram off the internet for $250. Dave Chappelle, nigga.
Warning, if you're an Azealia Banks fan, you might want to leave right now because you're not going to like what I have to say about this heifer. Let me first of all bring it back to, what was it, 2015 or 2016? I had made a video about it back then, but I have to mention it now because it ties into this. So remember when Azealia Banks got into it with Wale up on Twitter? This is, what was it, like 2016? My original video got deleted because of some of the stuff that I talked about, and the title itself ended up backfiring, and YouTube was like, not here, buddy. Anyways, so Azealia Banks was saying that basically black men are not like coming to her side to protect her. But let me bring it back a few years and tell you what she said, and then you'll understand why no black man in his right mind would defend this crazy person. Somebody named King Neptune said, Azealia Banks, maybe you're around the wrong black men, laughing out loud. I know a lot of black men who would support, love, and protect you. She said, they would, but they don't. Even when my suffering is public, no one steps out to protect me. In other words, she's been talking about this for years, that somebody's supposed to be her guardian, her personal bodyguard. So Wale said, we are all terrified of you. Public embarrassment is a real fear. You probably have thousands of people scared to say anything to you. And she said, as you should be. With that said, I am a very generous woman. I share with everyone I come into contact with. Maybe the fear comes from realizing that there is something stronger than the almighty black man. Is she talking about herself? Is she talking about Zaddy? What does that mean? So Azealia goes on to say, Wale, that there was something / someone before him. Oh, that womanist stuff. That the black woman was on this planet before anybody else stuff. Oh, that mess, that mythology. Wale, when white men showed up on our shores with guns and technology, you black men sold us out for guns and Christianity. That's completely made up. Wale, the only prosperity Africa ever saw was under female rule. That's a lie. We birthed, nurtured, and educated you all, and you turned around and sold us out. And you lot continue to sell us out and throw shadows on us as you all continue to compete with white men. At Wale, black women are never good enough for the black man. And I spent more than enough time being belittled and disregarded by black men. So much time that I'm ready to kill him for my own survival. Black men do not actively contribute to my survival, and I will each and every one of them that gets in my way. Wale said, I guess he was talking about like the type of men that these women choose, you know, a lot of times they pick the not so good men on purpose. And like he said, or the ones that like, quote, street N-words because it gives them an edge. When Azealia Banks said, when white men showed up on our shores with guns and technology, you black men sold us out for guns and Christianity. Where did she even get that myth from? Anyway, Wale said, nah, we was in Nigeria. We got here in the 80s because Wale is an immigrant. He's not even a black American. He's an African. So Azealia Banks said, no, I come from real slave blood. My grandmother is 2/3 Jewish. My father was a sharecropper with Bajan blood. So the island of Barbados. Bajans, like ASAP Rocky. She also goes on to say, so until a black man comes along who is willing to hoist me up on the pedestal I belong on, I'll settle for the confusing, contradictory, counterproductive pedestal that white men put me on. At least there I can be a woman in capital letters and enjoy being desired. Can somebody please tell me when white men put Azealia Banks on any sort of a pedestal and she was desired? Please let me know in the comment section if you know what she's talking about. So Wale said to her, we all are here for it. We all want to be happy, and being appreciated is a major key to that in conjunction with self-appreciation. In other words, love yourself. So Azealia said, and enjoy being told that I'm beautiful and that I'm smart and important to someone. Azealia, that's an individual man. An individual man has to do that. It's not black men's job to tell every black woman that she's smart and beautiful and that they're all black queens and all this other foolishness. That's ridiculous and it's unrealistic. That's for your man to do, whether he's white, black, whatever, for him to tell you that's, you know, it's not true about you. So she said, Wale, us quote unquote angry black women have to take it wherever we can get it. Black men constantly despise us and make reasons for why we aren't good enough. And I honestly despise them all for it. In other words, that includes me. I know it's bad, but I can't help it. I can't keep begging for acceptance from the people who are supposed to understand me the most. Heifer. Wale says a lot of black men chase other ethnicities for the same reasons. In other words, black men have to go out and interracially date too because a lot of black men don't feel appreciated. So that's why they seek love in other places. Azealia says, again, a black man making reasons for why his woman isn't good enough. This hurts me so much. Azealia, you're not his woman. You're not my woman, and I'm not your man. So Wale said, Azealia, some of us appreciate black women. Like I said, the pedestal is roomy and consistently occupied by those who deserve it. In other words, a black man will put a black woman on a pedestal if she deserves to be up there. She goes on to say, once you lot realize that we are the only true friends you have on this planet, the black race will succeed. Well, you already said that you want to be placed on a pedestal by white men. So how are you my friend and you're saying that? And you said that you despise all black men, which literally the word despise means to strongly hate, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not trying to be sleeping with the enemy. So Azealia goes on to say, Wale, until then, I'll be looking for the whitest man I can find in spite of you. So you're going to go get with a white man to spite a black man. Does that make any sense? That makes you sound like you're a horrible person. Shouldn't you get with someone for love? Why would you get with someone to spite a group of men? That makes absolutely no sense. And that doesn't sound very friendly. Wale told her what I would have told her. To each his or her own. In other words, if a man or a woman wants to be in an interracial relationship for any reason, hey, more power to them. I don't care. To each his or her own. Everybody has a reason they like what they like. It's 2016. We shouldn't even care, right? So Azealia Banks says, black women will lead the revolution. And you black men will not reap any of the benefits. You will pay for this. I promise. In other words, I'm going to get you back. But what did he do to her? He told her, hey, do you, boo-boo? Get with boo-boo. Get with who you want and find love wherever you can find it and go be happy and love yourself. But she's going to get him back and she promised him. Now, that's a friend. I don't need that friend. Wale says, fathers, kiss your princesses and queens. It matters so much. Hashtag all pedestals matter. So Azealia Banks says, F you, Wale, and F you forever. If I could put all the N-words who think like you in jail, I would. In other words, black men who think like you, whatever that's supposed to mean. I guess like black men who feel like you should love whoever you love or want to love or whatever. And you know, all love matters. She feels like he deserves to be put in jail for that. And y'all wonder why I don't defend the sisters ever under any circumstance. Because it's stuff just like this. And when this all went down, for the record, I remember distinctly, the sisters were not speaking out against what she said, which lets me know they're a part of the plan. Shout out to Statuesque One. And shout out to the lady who slapped the postal worker, the one who said, "The black women are on our side. They're working with us underneath it all." Ain't that the truth? So Wale says, Azealia Banks, "But what did I do? I'm trying to understand how a conversation where I'm defending my brothers turned into that." So Azealia says, "Because N-words like you are in my mother blanking way." So Wale says, "Nappy and happy. I just tried to have a decent conversation. Still ain't call you out your name or disrespect you still." Well, Wale, you don't have to do that for the sisters to attack you. They were taught to do that. Anyways, Azealia Banks says, "I need you lot gone." She's talking about she wants black men gone because all the work black women do with their head gets undone by black men's feet. Yoruba proverb, you should know. In other words, he's African. He should know those Yoruba proverbs. So Azealia says, "Wale, realize that you are not a king. Black woman is queen, and you only get to be king by being anointed by she." In other words, black women are above black men. Imagine more black men thought that way, that they were above black women. I wonder if more would get done. Anyway, Wale says, "Still here ignoring negative energy, trying to." So in other words, he's not falling for the trap. He's not saying anything negative that could be used against him. Like, you see the way that this black man talked to this black woman? It's her saying all types of crazy negative stuff about wanting black men gone and in jail and wishing that they would lose their lives. And what? A black man could never get away with saying this stuff. And of course, none of these female bloggers and the website owners and the people who make videos and commentators, nobody went at her for what she was saying in defense of black men. Nobody, except for me at the time. Anyway, Azealia says, "For every black female accomplishment, black male ideology takes 4 steps backwards." In other words, this mythological patriarchy, like pretty much all other groups have a patriarchy except for black folks, where, you know, we come from a matriarchy. But she's claiming that the black patriarchy is a real thing, even though it doesn't exist. So what Wale had said to make her say that was, "And you talk about black men, I stand up for us, keeping it respectful, whole tea. Then you kirk out and want to throw us in jail." That's when she said, "For every black female accomplishment, black male ideology takes us 4 steps back," or rather takes 4 steps back. But I added us because, you know, that's what she meant to say. Anyways, so she was adding Wale and somebody named ALXFKA. "Black men are always trying to heckle black women, always trying to question us instead of listening." And listening is a capital letters. You sure do talk a lot without saying anything, Azealia. You repeat yourself, just like I show how in 2020 you're still talking about how black men don't back you up, but yet you want black men not alive, in jail, suffering. You want bad things to happen to black men, but you also want them to defend you. It doesn't make any sense. But anyways, so she also said to this person as well as Wale, "Every other race of man ferociously protects his woman, except for the black man. Black men make excuses for his inadequacy." That's interesting. That's really interesting. Because with what's going on with the world right now, people not knowing how they're going to survive, well, that's some amazing protection that is being provided for white women and just women in general out there. You know, a lot of people are very uncertain. They can't even make their mortgage payments and stuff like that. People can't even buy food right now. But I guess that's, you know, that ferocious work that other men are putting in, all in Azealia's head. But one of the symptoms of bedwitchery is to worship a white man. So Wale says, "I'm telling you this, why black men so misunderstood sometimes. Even when some of us try to understand, Wahala ensues." And she said to Wale, as well as this other person, again, I don't even know what they were saying, he deflects and tells her she's angry or too bold or too proud. Yet he will be the one who gets left behind. Here we go with all of that educated sister crap. We're so educated, we're going to leave you black men behind. That foolishness, because they believe there's a Brad on the other side of the rainbow waiting for them with a pot of gold, of course, even though Brad can't even pay his bills right now because of what's going on in the world. So somebody named _line_ said, basically, Azealia Banks, you sound like you really hate black men. You sound you sound like that to us black men. And she said, I do. Black men make me feel as though I'm hard to love and I hate them for it. Azealia, anyways. Did y'all see her epic rant that was like about 20 minutes long? I posted the full rant with my commentary on my other 2 channels. There's links to my other channels in the description box. Make sure you watch it. Or you could just type in Meat Magazine, Azealia Banks, Dave Chappelle. The video is like 26 minutes long or something. For those that care, nobody's going to watch all of it. In fact, nobody's listening to me talk right now. If you're listening to me talk right now, say howdy, HOWDY, howdy in the comment section. That'll let me know you listen this far in the video. And thank you to the 2 people who are going to do that. I love you. Anyways, when Wale said, I'm telling you this, why black men are so misunderstood sometimes, even when some of us try to understand, Wahala ensues. She said, because you lot are Osogbo in the blinking flesh. Now, I don't know what Osogbo is. Maybe that's like some sort of African devil figure. I don't even know what in the world that is. Listen, ladies, if you're like Azealia Banks at all whatsoever, if you have negative things to say about black men and whatnot, please go get you a Brad. Go be happy. Trust me. The last thing on earth that I want to do is take my childless, wealthy, well-endowed self and ram my head into a relationship with you. It'd be like ramming my head into a brick wall. What would be the point? Like, what would I get out of being in a relationship with a woman like Azealia Banks? What would I get out of loving her when she wishes such disgusting things? I don't really hear black men, wishing that the sisters would go to jail or be harmed and stuff like that. It's a very rare thing. Please don't please don't tell me about that guy who makes the videos about the BT 1000s and whatnot. The guy with the hairline that looks like the Wu-Tang Clan symbol, that looks like that looks like the Wu-Tang Eagle. Please don't tell me that he represents us black men. He really doesn't. Okay, that's the one example that y'all have. But there's a whole bunch of Azealia Banks out here. And a lot of them make videos on this very site. I hear some things. It pretty much, if you hear them crying about colorism and stuff like that, yeah, they're just another Azealia Banks to one degree or another. Some of them are more brazen with it, and some of them are more tactful. But basically, they're just another Azealia Banks. Some of them aren't quite as insane as she comes across. Like, she just says some stuff that's just so over the top stupid that sometimes you're just like, wow, like, does she really even believe what she says? Unfortunately, she does. Hey, I got a couple of videos that I'm going to share with you guys. I'm going to post them in the description box, as well as in the... No. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to post it in the description box on YouTube. But I will post these videos in the comment section. If you check them out, make sure you say Meat Magazine sent me. So that way they'll know where you came from. Okay? And I want you to share these videos, because there's some things that you need to pay close attention to. I can't say what I want to say in this video, so I'll say it in the comment section. And I can't even go all the way with what I want to say in the comment section either, because this is YouTube. And I have to be careful what I say on here. I have to be respectful. There's rules to this thing. So I'm going to follow the rules, and I'm not going to go in. So then that way I don't get myself any trouble like last time when I talked about this topic. But Azealia Banks is a very dangerous person because she's spewing very dangerous rhetoric. The things that she's saying are not true. They're made up. It's all in her head. And she's no better than the men that she's talking about. In fact, she's much worse. You got to understand something. She's talking about how she had a relationship with Dave Chappelle. Okay. Y'all did whatever y'all did. I heard that his marriage is like open anyway, so his wife doesn't even care. That's what I heard. Don't know how true that is, but that's what multiple people were saying on the internet. And it may be true. He is a celebrity, and a lot of times in those celebrity relationships, they're pretty open, as we've seen over the years. It's like they live different. And I'm not saying that people who are non-celebrities don't live that way as well. It's just that it seems like it's more prevalent amongst celebrities because they feel like they have money and they want to feel like they rule the world. And hey, more power to them. And that's what the heck that they want to do and everything. It's their time on earth. And, for those that are smart enough to not believe in an afterlife, you got to have your fun while you're here, right? So shout out to Dave Chappelle. But here's the thing, though. If you wanted to contact this man's wife and tell her about what y'all were doing and keep that private, that's one thing. For you to go on the internet and run your mouth for the world to hear. Listen, I don't know why brothers who have money and have fame still deal with women like Azealia Banks. And y'all can take that however you want to take it. What do you mean by women like Azealia Banks? You mean like what she looks like? Hey, take it how you want. But I don't know why guys who have the resources to get whatever they want deal with that. Whatever that is, I do not know why they put up with it. Whether it's the way she acts or, yes, even the way she looks. You have to be a plumb fool at this point in history. It's 2020. Guys, you have money. You can travel. You can find much better women. Trust me, there's much better women out there. These Americanized women have no respect for men. She has clear disdain for the brothers. And I'm just not cool with it. But anyway, this is all my opinion. What do I know? I'm just a fan of black men winning with a microphone. Okay, so let me know you listen all the way into the end of this video. The secret password to say in the comment section is stop her. Because I feel like she's headed for self-destruction. And I'm going to make a separate video about this, but I wouldn't be surprised if some of these celebrities are going to come after her one way or another. We hear all these stories about how in Hollywood, you know, if you say or do certain things, you know, sometimes people come for you. And I really wouldn't be surprised if that's what's going to happen in this case. And I'm going to word it more blatantly in the other video I'm going to make. I'm going to have to post it on my uncensored channel, I guess, where I kind of let it rip because I can't say it here. But long story short, Azealia Banks is a very bold person to be talking about multimillionaire celebrities the way that she's talking about them. She even talked about Dave East, Busta Rhymes, all types of dudes. And, you know, it's like, what is the point? What does she get out of it? What does she really gain other than trending for a day on Twitter? And people looking at Dave Chappelle like, ugh, you dealt with her. The only thing she did was make people look at him in a disgusted way. Maybe she thought that obviously she thought that she was going to ruin his marriage by saying that. But as you can see, there hasn't been a peep from Dave Chappelle or his wife as of yet. And it's been about 24 hours. And I don't think that they're really going to say much about it. I think that he will cover it, you know, at some point this year, if not next year, probably more like this year. Dave Chappelle is a pretty upfront guy with us fans and whatnot. Like she said, he's a legendary guy. He's hilarious. I love Dave Chappelle. But Dave Chappelle's like family, you know. Some celebrities are like family to you. But, you know, I've been rambling for too long. I'm sorry, y'all. Anyways, let me know what y'all think about it below. MAGA. Click the subscribe button right now for more Meat Magazine. Click the notification bell, all notifications. Click the thumbs up button on this video. Post a comment below the video in the comment section. Be sure to subscribe to all the Meat Magazine channels for more videos. The links to my other channels are in the description box.